There are more than 1,300 storefronts in the Loop, but right now more than a third of them sit empty. Remote work and concerns over crime have kept some major retailers at bay since the pandemic. But as our Charlie DeMar reports, there's reason to be optimistic.
It has been 5 years since the pandemic really ravaged the retail industry. Right now, there are about 450 vacant stores all across the Loop. State Street, the Loop as a whole, still recovering, and this major retailer coming to State Street really could be a much needed boost.
These ones are hand carved and hand painted.
Erica Espinosa opened Colores Mexicanos along the Mag Mile in 2021 during one of the bleakest times for retailers along the famed shopping corridor.
After the pandemic, a lot of places here in the city and in Michigan Avenue was empty.
But the outlook for retailers is not as bright as her colorful handmade artisan crafts. Just across the street, Under Armour's flagship store just shuttered, joining other storefronts along Michigan Avenue. And a report published by Chicago Stone Real Estate shows that 1 in every 3 storefronts in the Loop is vacant.
As the vacancy rate is high, there is a bit of good news there because it's stable.
John Vance with Stone Real Estate says while the Loop vacancy rate currently sits at nearly double pre-pandemic numbers, the vacancies have leveled off. He says the perception of crime in Chicago is still a factor for some major retailers.
National retailers, less so now, but there's still, some of them are still calling like, what's the crime situation? And that's perception, not reality.
Gap will open a factory store on State Street, and the construction of Google at the former Thompson Center building could be the shot in the arm the Loop so desperately needs.
There will be a question from other national retailers of, well, it's pretty extraordinary that Gap factory store went onto State Street. As an in-house retailer, should I be looking at State Street? Because Gap just did it.
Back on the Mag Mile, Espinosa says she's optimistic that her small family business is here to stay.
Fortunately for us, business has been very well since we opened our doors.
And that real estate brokerage that we spoke to says Gap coming here is a very positive sign and really could be a test for other major retailers who may have been eyeing Chicago. In the Loop, Charlie DeMar, CBS News Chicago.